I got into coaching a little bit while I was still in college and started to get involved with club stuff and camps, and ended up getting a job at Mount Union out of college. Was working at Mount as an assistant coach. I was working with Cleveland Soccer Academy in the Cleveland area, and ended up doing a little work with AFC Cleveland as well and NPSL, and then got bumped up to head coach at Mount Union as well as AFC Cleveland, and been doing that for several years, and kind of transitioned out of AFC and more to Mount, and now I'm at Case. Just from Vinny's time, I knew they've been pretty successful, and Vinny was a great player at Case, and a super athlete, and it's just an amazing athlete for lack of anything else to say, I suppose, and was tremendous for us at AFC Cleveland, great goal scorer. And then Chris Svecko also had really top things to say about the school, and I know he was very successful at Case, and again, they had really good teams when Chris was here, so they were always really positive on it. Great guys to work with and be around, so I always had a very positive impression of Case from my time with AFC. I think I just really like that age group. I like working with guys at that level that are really serious, that are they're developing into who they're going to be, developing as young men and stuff, and so that just really excited me. I just think it's a good fit for me, and just really passionate about working with guys at that age group and stuff. So it's a ton of fun. It's highly competitive, and it's just a good fit, I think. Coming in at Mount Union, I learned a lot from the head coach I was with at the time, Nick Sturrett. And I think he was really good as far as setting a foundation and core values as far as what he wanted the program to be about. And I think I really appreciated that. And, it started to set the culture a little bit in motion. I think that's something I really tried to continue when I took over. And, I think that was really positive. And, I think just how I went about everything, I just tried to learn as much as I could. And he gave me a lot of responsibility as I kind of just dug into anything I possibly could, and just kept trying to think about how I could make the program better. And I think he could see that I had a real drive and aptitude in certain things, and he gave me a lot of responsibility, and it just sort of snowballed from there. And I just tried to serve and help as much as I could. I tried to approach the job, when you're making four figures and all that, I think a lot of times people don't take it very seriously, but I try to take it as if I was a full-time staff member and that I was a professional. And I think that garnered a lot of respect from my boss and from the other people in the department. And so when there was time for a turnover, I think there was a lot of respect from the people in the department, from the team and stuff like that I'd shown that, I was a serious and dedicated professional. I guess just to give some backstory, my first game, and I don't know if I already told you this, John, my first game at Mount was against Case, and we got smoked 5-0. And this was my first year when I took the job and all that stuff. And I went to my office afterwards with my parents, and we sat down, and my parents basically just looked at me and were like, well, you suck, and kind of told me that I maybe I shouldn't have taken the job because it's just so much, we were just so bad at the time. And, so developing each year, I think the next year we played Case, we lost 3-0, and the next year we lost 1-0, and it gets to 2018 and we were actually able to win. And so, being a part of that and seeing the growth and seeing the team grow and the players develop and all those kind of things, over time, they started to feel like, we just were getting closer and closer when you're playing great teams like that Case team were, nationally ranked teams, that we were getting to a point where we could kind of compete and stuff like that. So the guys were really hungry to show that we could make that next step. So that was a really big day for us. And, the guys were just, super pumped because we had a lot of respect for Case, obviously, and how good they were and how much they dominated us. So that was really cool, and just cool to, I think, just to be there with the guys and to see that, it's just neat. Well, first of all, the school is phenomenal. It's a great place to be. I think it's a really, I just think up and coming place. It's a top university in the country, and so just everything it has to offer, the academics, the athletics, the resources, the facilities are exceptional. So I think that's really cool. I think coming into a group that, has obviously had some success and tasted that, and I think, last year was a little bit of a down year for them, but I think they're really hungry to kind of get back to where they were. And so I think there's a lot of potential in the group. So I'm just really excited to work with them, to help them, to try and improve as best I can on the foundation that's been laid by Brandon. I think it's just an amazing opportunity with great kids at a great school. So first off, I want the guys, two things: to be high character and to represent the school well, and themselves and their families, and to, so I want the, people to be proud of us from that standpoint, that we conduct ourselves well, but also, gritty, strong mentality. If I get more into like as far as style and stuff like that, defensively, definitely very, very organized, very relentless, very hardworking. I think that's something that when I met with the Case guys in the interview process, the Case players, that was something that they commented on, that when they played us at Mount Union, they always felt like they were going to be in for a battle. And so I think bringing that same sort of defensive grit and mentality and organization and toughness, and then from an attacking standpoint, I think we have the ability to play some really attractive soccer. So definitely very possession based, and we want to have the ball. We want to have technical and skillful guys. And so those would be some of the general things that I think we'll be looking for, and people can expect as far as how we'll operate.